Greetings, Queen Yenn here. Thank you for joining me. I will be talking about the lunar cycle and how to use the moon phases in order to help you manifest and heal. So many of you already know that I do live stream meditations every month for the new moon and full moon. And they're very powerful meditations, and during each meditation we focus on a specific thing. And so I wanted to give more information about it so that even those who don't tune in, or even those who do tune in but you just can't make it on there, you have the tools and the knowledge in order for you to still take advantage of that energy. So as above, so below. The moon comes around every evening. You know, that's one thing that is consistent around the world. No matter where you are, no matter what color you are, what gender you are impacted by the moon's energy. The prime example of how the moon impacts us and this world is if you talk to a farmer or a gardener who is in tune with the almanac. They use that as a guide to let them know what they should be planting, what they should be doing on the farm, because the moon actually impacts what's going on with water levels in the ground, what's going on with the energy of the ground, and so thus, of course, it impacts the plants. So that's one just natural example. So let's get into it. Grab your notes, grab your notepad and your pen, and get ready to take some notes. So the new moon, let's start there. The new moon is when you look up in the sky and you can't see the moon, right? So during that time, it is time to plant seeds. So just remember, new moon, darkness, no moon, it's time to plant seeds. And just like seeds start in the dark, and you may not see what's going on in the darkness, but if you have ever planted anything, you know that there are roots that are growing so that that plant can have a great foundation as it begins to grow. And this is what the new moon phase is all about. It's time for you to plant your seeds. So a great activity for you to do is scripting. If you don't know about scripting, you can just type it into your browser and just put manifestation scripting or powerful scripting. You can find various examples of how to script. And there is a method that I use, and I do have some guided scripting activities available on the YouTube channel, so you can definitely tune into those. But you want to script out those things that you desire to manifest in your life. And when you script, you want to make sure that you're doing it in detail. Use as much detail as possible. And as you're scripting, have fun. Get into the feeling of it. Go ahead and start feeling what it feels like to have those things. Because as you emote, so do you begin that energy to manifesting. So that is the new moon, planting seeds. After the new moon, you will begin going into the waxing moon period. Waxing moon is when the moon begins to increase in the sky. So keyword being increase, you want to focus on the things you'd like to increase. So it's similar to planting seeds, but there may be some things you already have in life that you give thanks for, but you want more of it. And I'm sure we don't have a hard time talking about what we want, right? So you focus in on what do you like to increase, and a good way to do that is use meditation with visualization. Just visualize those things increasing in your life. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Who are you with as you experience it? What are you saying? How are you giving thanks? How does it make you feel? And use that meditation as much as possible. After the waxing moon, you get into the full moon. So that's when the moon is full in the sky, big and bright and beautiful. And this is the time for you to dispel, for you to release anything that no longer serves you. You give thanks for the lessons, you give thanks for the blessings, and you release anything in your life that no longer serves you. So a great activity for that would be for you to just write everything down that you'd like to see removed from your life, removed from your spirit, removed from your heart, and burn it. And as it burns, just imagine the smoke is going up into the sky. It's cleansing, rejuvenating you, and give thanks. Make sure you always give thanks, because you know, whether good or bad, positive or negative, it's all something to be grateful for, right? After the full moon, you go into the waning moon period, and that's when the moon begins to decrease again. So keyword being decrease. So you want to focus in on what would you like to decrease in your life. Maybe it's some habits you want to decrease, habits of behavior or habits of thought. Maybe it's bills. I have heard people actually burn their bills during the waning moon period. That's a beautiful time. Maybe it's just you going to do some grounding, and just having a good cry, just to release those things during the waning moon period. So those are the phases. Those are the main phases. There are other words or labels of those phases that you would hear, something like wane and gibbous moon and things like that, or the balsamic moon. But those are the main phases and how you can think about them. The new moon being planting seeds. After the new moon, the moon is going to start increasing in the sky. The waxing moon, which is you thinking about things that you like to increase. Then you get the full moon, where you want to focus in on releasing anything or dispelling anything that no longer serves you. Then after the moon is full, it's going to start decreasing again. That's the waning moon. And you want to focus on those things you like to decrease in your life. So I hope this was very helpful. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you can get other tips about how to use not only the moon for moon manifestation or helping you to manifest and heal, but also tools like gemstones, spiritual baths, smudge bundles, prayers, meditation, rituals, affirmations, all that good stuff. All right, so be sure to subscribe. And by the way, like and share. Yeah.